TJ, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thanks, Jessica. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. And so I wanted to ask you, what brought you in today?
Well, it's actually LA sent me an email, and I missed several things you guys have done, and I've always wanted to come to it.
Right.
And I just put it in my schedule, so I'm coming to this one no matter what, and I am so glad I showed up.
Oh, yeah?
I am really glad I showed up. I learned a lot about patents and trademarks and things I had no idea about.
Right.
I had some idea, but it's not as depth as they taught us today.
Right.
So it was definitely a positive meeting.
That's awesome.
And an awesome meeting, to be honest with you.
That's so
And
great.
I'm so proud that I came.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you came too. Nice to finally meet you. And so you were interested in like the whole thing, not one or anything in particular?
Well, no, I was interested in the trademark things of that nature there. That since I already have a patent, so I sort of know how that process went.
Gotcha.
And a couple of questions on that too that I thought I had the answer, but I want to make sure I had the right answer, which I did. So it's glad to get it backed up by some professionals.
Definitely.
I see that was USPTO.
USPTO.
Yeah, PTO, right. United States Patent.
I know,
the big
officials.
wigs.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I really enjoyed
nice to
meeting
have
them.
him in Shreveport. So you said you have a patent already. Do you mind like explaining us what you've got?
Sure. To give you a short story here, I was in a hospital with a triple bypass, and I thought this up.
Oh, wow.
I do sunrooms and gutters. I basically think this is for the gutter industry. And I thought about, we had to cut 45s for inside and outside miners. And the way we was doing it was antiquated. It was terrible. We had big gaps, a lot of caulk waste. It was just terrible. And so I'm sitting there saying, I can see these guys who had a big job over Texas, and I'm in a hospital, so I can't go check it out.
Right.
So they got this big job in Texas. They're going to have leaks. We're going to have all these problems, which never happened.
Right.
But it led me to think about a better way to cut those 45s for outside and inside miners.
Right.
And that's when I come up with the Easy Miner gutter template. That's what this is right here.
That's fantastic. So you worked with LANPDT.
I did. They made the CAD program to get me started here. And so I had somebody else do it, and it was a joke. It really was, but I got these guys. It was on the money.
Right.
It was exactly the 45 I needed. It was just perfect.
Fantastic.
And working with them really helped me out a whole lot. And then from that, led me to a patent, which I have here.
Yeah.
So I got my patent, I got my product, and we're selling it nationwide, and I'm the happiest guy in the whole world.
Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's so great to hear. Well, that is unbelievable. I'm so happy for you.
Well, but I'll tell you a story that got me to them.
Okay.
I'm sitting there with a problem. This other guy made this part, this piece in two different pieces because his 3D printer wasn't big enough.
Right.
And I said, I can't have that. That's a joke.
Right.
And which I didn't realize it at the time, but he was about 3 degrees off on the 45 miner. Wasn't perfect there either. But I didn't know that at the time. So when I discovered that, I'm in trouble.
Right.
I can't go to production. I know nothing about how to do how to do the CAD program. And so I just happened to get lucky. And I'm looking at the newspaper, and a thing from sitting there at college came that they were having a seminar on 3D printing. I said, I'm going to go to that class. I'll lay money. Somebody in that class will give me the answers I need to get this thing made right.
Right.
And there they were.
And there they were.
There they were, right there. And that's how it all started. And so I went back with them, and we got the project going and got it up made. And success is because of them, because I found them.
That's awesome. Well, I really like that the origin story is you found them through another community event we did, and then you're over here now at this other one that we're having, and I'm so glad that you learned a lot and you really enjoyed it. And I guess my last question, I'm sure this is an obvious answer, but would you like to see more of these types of events in the future?
You better know it. I can't wait.
Awesome. Well, we can't wait to see you.
Right, I'll be back.
Awesome. Well, yeah.
I'm glad I made this, and the next one I'm gonna do like I did this one. I mark it off the calendar. So I'm gonna be at this one. No excuses. And here I am.
Awesome. Well, that's so good to hear. Well, it was nice to meet you again.
Same here.
Yeah, and we'll see you in the future.
Until next time.